Chapter 24. The Earth is Clean Dissolved. This chapter and the next three, Isaiah 24 through 27, are often called Isaiah's Apocalypse. Up to this point, Isaiah has prophesied doom for the covenant people and others in specific lands, Judah, Israel, Moab, Egypt, etc. But now he prophesies destruction for the world at large. Lo, Jehovah will lay waste the earth and empty it. He will disfigure its surface and scatter its inhabitants. The earth shall pine away, the world miserably perish. The elite of the earth shall be made wretched. Isaiah then goes into specifics as to why this will happen. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. But how does the world break an everlasting covenant it has not entered into? The answer may surprise you. By virtue of being born into this world, all people are born under a sacred covenant, which was given to both Adam and Noah, the two fathers of all humanity. To Adam and Eve, God said, "Be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth." To Noah, he said, "Be ye fruitful and multiply, bring forth abundantly in the earth, and multiply therein." By virtue of being born into the world through the lines of Adam and Noah, all people are obligated to keep the covenant and obligation that these two fathers accepted on mankind's behalf. It's interesting that all other commandments have been broken with impunity without incurring widespread destruction. But when this commandment was broken on a large institutional level, total destruction was the result, such as with the annihilation of Sodom and Gomorrah. Isaiah has already declared that God's people will be guilty of sins like those of Sodom and Gomorrah in the last days. And now he says that the earth will be defiled because it has changed the ordinance and broken the everlasting covenant. This original covenant may be broken in many ways, but especially through the practices of abortion and homosexual marriage. Both sins, especially when institutionalized by law, will result in a curse that will devour the earth and cause few men to be left. Isaiah then counts many ways in which God's curse will devour the earth. He says that joy will disappear, that cities will be battered to ruin and be left desolate. He says the world will resemble an olive tree that has been beaten, knocking all the olives down. He says the world will resemble a vineyard whose grapes have been harvested. But there is good news. Even after olive trees have been knocked, a small remnant of olives will remain on the limbs. This constitutes the righteous remnant who will shout for joy wherever they are, even in the east or on the isles of the sea. They'll lift up their voices and glorify their God. These righteous souls will then be gathered to the lands of their inheritance through the efforts of Christ's servants. But Isaiah, having witnessed the near total destruction of the earth, exclaims, my leanness, woe unto me." In the Bible, leanness is a metaphor for extreme sorrow and grief. And why is he grieving again? Because he sees that when the righteous are gathered out, even greater destructions will come upon the earth. He says, "Terrors and pitfalls and traps await you, O inhabitants of the earth. The earth shall be crushed and rent. The earth shall break up and cave in. The earth shall convulse and lurch. The earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved." Massive earthquakes are only part of the doom awaiting the world. Many other calamities will also fall upon it. And again, why is this happening to the earth? Isaiah gives the answer in a nutshell. Its transgressions weigh it down. In the last days, the world will be caught up in a deception, a strong delusion, as Paul puts it. The people will believe Satan's lie that they can dismiss God and change his ordinance and break his everlasting covenant. When they do that on national, institutional levels, they become as Sodom and Gomorrah, and thus invite similar curses and destruction. Isaiah then gives us a glimpse of what will happen to these hardened, unrepentant people in the spirit world. "And they shall be gathered together, as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prison. And after many days shall they be visited. Yes, though they be shut up in spirit prison, these souls, after paying the penalty of their transgressions, will be visited with the good news of repentance and redemption through Christ. Then, after all this, after curses and destructions rack mankind, a glorious light will rest upon the earth. After the wicked are swept off, the moon shall be confounded, and the sun ashamed, when the Lord of hosts shall reign in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem. After suffering through the day of vengeance of our God, the earth will enjoy the acceptable year of the Lord in all his brilliant glory. All of this is explained in greater detail in the book, The Words of Isaiah, which you can find at the website, thewordsofisaiah.com. I'm Curtis Taylor with The Words of Isaiah.